Drew Peterson is just like any other senior. He's thinking about job prospects, grad school, and he loves to travel.
This was when we went to Craters of the Moon. This was this summer. We went on a 30-day road trip, and this was one of our stops. We got to go check out, this is just a huge area of just old rocks.
He just happens to have spinal muscular atrophy, which has kept him in a wheelchair for most of his life. But he hasn't let that hold him back.
I like to be able to travel and go camping, and I've been to a few different music festivals where you camp at throughout the country. One was in Arkansas, one was in Colorado, so I'm kind of all over the place.
He's done a lot of it thanks in part to his handicap accessible van, Old Blue.
I feel like a lot of people that are faced with my disability don't have, the right kind of transportation to get around or to be able to even just do functional things around their town.
But the miles have added up, and now it looks like it might be the end of the road for Old Blue.
The shock started not being able to get put together again because there's no metal left.
The problems with the van are mainly structural, where rust is punctured through the metal. Looking from beneath Drew's car, you can see that it's pretty rusted underneath the shocks and below the car. If we were to actually lift it up, we'd be able to see that there's a hole at the center of the bottom of the car. Peterson says he has had to use it in spite of the fact that it's dangerous, to get to things like doctor's appointments and to buy groceries.
No, they said that I shouldn't be driving it, but I don't have any other choice right now.
He says getting a replacement would be pricey, as new vans usually run about $80,000 and used ones are still expensive.
I don't have the resources to buy a van myself, or and there's no outside sources of funding for somebody in my position that you can just look to help you get something as large as a handicap vehicle.
And the clock is ticking. He plans to head to grad school next year and says the van would be necessary for him to make the move.
I'm gonna have to put my life on hold, and I'm gonna have to change the way that I live my life, and things are gonna be I'm gonna have to slow down.
Peterson says he hasn't given up hope. He started a GoFundMe and is looking towards the future. In Champaign, Claire STUKEL, UI7 Newsbreak.